After 20 years in business, sometimes we get the feeling that everyone has heard of Tahitian noni. Let's explore that a bit to see if it's true. Globally, over 80% of our total sales come from 5 markets: Japan, the United States, Indonesia, Taiwan, and China. That means the remaining 50-plus markets represent only 20% of total sales. Within those leading markets, we find the same thing happening. Let's take the U.S. for instance. In the United States, nearly 80% of our total sales come from 6 states: California, New York, Florida, Texas, Maryland, and Georgia. That means only 20% of our total sales in the U.S. come from the other 44 states. In fact, there are heavily populated states in the U.S. where people haven't discovered Tahitian noni yet. And the same thing is true in Japan and Taiwan and Indonesia and so on throughout the entire world. Now let's look deeper to discover amazing opportunities. Let's take the state of California. California is the #1 sales state in the USA. Within the state of California, nearly 90% of total sales come from 3 distinct areas: Los Angeles, Orange County, and the Bay Area. The rest of the state represents only approximately 10% of total sales, meaning that there are millions who have yet to discover Tahitian noni. Areas of high volume are surrounded by white space. In the white space, Tahitian noni is relatively unknown. Now consider Tokyo, Japan. Tokyo is one of the most populated cities in the world. Mirinda's Japan corporate headquarters is in Tokyo. Our business is very active and growing in Tokyo. But if you look closer, there is a huge number of people who are still waiting to discover Tahitian noni. This phenomenon exists in every market, every province, every city. Everywhere you look, you see white space. The white space is untapped potential, growth potential. White spaces represent people who are waiting for us, waiting to discover Tahitian noni for themselves. In 1996, when we first began, the thing that drove our growth more than anything else was expansion. We expanded from the USA to the north, south, east, and west. Each new country represented new growth for us, new leaders, new energy, and new testimonials. Think for a moment what would happen if we began to fill in the white spaces in Tokyo, in California, in the USA, in Japan and Taiwan, in Russia, in Indonesia, in the entire world. Can you imagine the energy? Can you imagine the activity? Can you imagine the opportunity? Can you imagine the income earned by thousands of IPCs as we simply begin to fill in the white space? Now think a different direction. Nearly 93% of our total volume is purchased by people between 45 and 65. That means all the people younger than 45 and all the people older than 65 only represent 7% of our total sales. The fastest growing consumer market in the world is the 20 to 40-year-old age group. Imagine that white space. The story of Tahitian noni has never been more relevant. It's time we pass on the miracle of Tahitian noni to a new generation, to every generation. Now consider this. Belonging to every person on earth is a list of people that they know. Let's call it our circle. Co-workers, classmates, partners, family, friends, and neighbors, club members, people who share common interest with us are all part of our circle. Since each of us is unique, our circles are unique. You know your people, and I know mine. Within your circle, you have such opportunity to serve and partner, inspire, and introduce to exciting new ideas. But outside of your circle is white space. Imagine if you could access those white spaces. Imagine if you could gain access to other circles, an unending source of opportunity and growth, leadership, and momentum. We've known since the beginning that our products are beneficial to everyone, everywhere. Can you imagine the opportunity as we begin to put in place a plan to fill in all those white spaces? White spaces in geography, white spaces in age groups, white spaces outside our circle. The discovery we made in 1996 is fueling the power we have to help everyone achieve the three things they want the most: better health, better appearance, and financial freedom. The discovery is Tahitian Noni, and it gives our company an overpowering advantage to fill in those white spaces. In 1996, we had a plan to expand, and we did it. Today, in the spirit of 1996, we have a new plan, a very exciting plan that will help us begin to fill in the white spaces and create opportunity like we've never seen before. It is all made possible because of the discovery of the amazing Tahitian Noni tree. Beginning now, our energy is even more urgent and powerful to reach out to new generations, new cities and towns, new people everywhere with the news that Tahitian Noni can help everyone achieve the three desirable things that everyone wants: better health, better appearance, and financial freedom. We are not just dreaming. Our vision will be fulfilled. We are Tahitian Noni strong.